Welcome back to the Business Ignite podcast, where we light the fire for business growth and marketing success. Your hosts, Ethan Walker and Samantha Reed, bring you the latest trends, expert insights, and actionable strategies to fuel your business journey. Let's ignite your potential.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready to dive into something that seems simple but can totally make or break a website's first impression?
I'm in. Let's do it.
Today we're tackling splash pages. You know those pages that pop up before you get to the main site?
Often with like a big logo, maybe some graphics.
Exactly. We're using an article from 95 Visual as our guide today.
Love their stuff. Always good insights.
For sure. So, to splash or not to splash? That is the question. We'll break down the pros and cons so you can make the call for your own site.
Music to my ears. There's actually a lot to unpack, even though it seems like such a basic design element.
Right. Don't be fooled. It has a huge impact on how visitors experience your site. But before we get to the potential downsides, I gotta admit, the article did highlight some good arguments for using splash pages.
Yeah, in certain cases, they make a lot of sense.
Like, for example, they highlighted time-sensitive announcements. Makes total sense when you think about it.
Absolutely. If you've got a big product launch, a limited time offer, a splash page is like, bam, that's the first thing people see.
It's like your friend who bursts into the room with huge news. You can't ignore them. Okay, that one clicked. But then they mentioned speed as a potential benefit, and I was like, help me out here.
So think about it. Some websites, especially image-heavy ones, they take time to fully load, right? A splash page, being simpler, loads super fast.
So it's like holding page almost.
Yeah.
While the rest catches up.
Exactly. It manages expectations in those crucial first few seconds. No one wants to stare at a blank screen.
Totally. And speaking of managing expectations, the article also mentioned using splash pages for sites with multiple sections, almost like mini sites within a site. What's the thinking there?
All right, so say you're a freelance writer, you've got your portfolio, your blog. Instead of dumping visitors on a generic homepage, a splash page acts like a directory. Click here for this, here for that.
Streamlining things from the get-go.
Precisely. Especially on content-heavy sites, that clarity can be really valuable.
Okay, so splash pages can help people navigate a complex site. I'm getting that. But, and I know you're going to bring the honesty here, there's got to be a downside, right? Like, when I think splash page, part of me flashes back to those early 2000s websites.
Oh, you mean the ones with like the starburst graphics and the auto-playing MIDI music? Yeah, we've all been there.
Exactly. Is that part of the problem, or are there other reasons people might not be so hot on splash pages these days?
So it's a few things. Firstly, the article mentioned a study, and this is kind of a big deal. 25% of people, when they hit a splash page, they bounce. Gone.
Wait, seriously? A quarter of people just leave?
That's what the study showed. They get that extra page, and they're out of there.
Ouch. Okay, so aside from potentially driving away a huge chunk of visitors, what else?
Search engines don't love them either, which, in the online world, is a problem.
Because if Google can't find you...
You're kind of invisible, yeah. See, search engines, they're all about indexing actual content. And splash pages, often they're light on that.
So it's like you've got a shop, but instead of putting your goods on display, it's just a big door with your logo. People might not even realize you're selling anything.
100%. It's a barrier to both humans and search engine bots.
Double whammy. Anything else to pile on here, or are we done scaring everyone off splash pages forever?
Well, the article did use the word outdated. Like, it's not just the bad old websites. Even well-done splash pages can feel a bit 2005.
Oh, tell me about it, especially those ones with no skip intro button. You're just held hostage.
The worst.
Yeah.
For repeat visitors especially, it's like, I'm here every week, just let me in.
It's that extra step that no one asked for. So, okay, we've got annoyed visitors, confused search engines, and a possible air of been there, done that. Not looking great for the splash page so far. But before we write them off entirely, are there any scenarios where they actually make sense?
Okay, so we've seen the dark side of splash pages, but I'm sensing a but coming here. There's got to be a time and a place where they work, right? Exactly. It's all about strategy. The article gave a good example. Artists, photographers, anyone with a portfolio.
Makes sense, yeah. Instead of just words, you're hit with visuals right away.
It sets the tone, right? Like a sneak peek that makes you want to see more. Then, boom, you guide people to different sections.
So it's less about bombarding, more like curating that first impression.
Yeah.
What about beyond the art world? Any other splash page success stories?
Time-limited stuff. Conferences, product launches, things with a built-in urgency. A splash page puts that front and center.
Instead of making me hunt for it on your About page or whatever.
Plus, think about the design possibilities. You can match the splash to the event's whole vibe. really draw people in.
Okay, so splash pages, not going extinct just yet. But sounds like the takeaway is they're not for every website or every situation.
100%. It's all about context. What works for a photographer might not work for, say, an e-commerce store.
So if someone's listening thinking, do I need this on my site? What's the most important thing to consider?
Honestly, put yourself in the visitor's shoes. Will this splash page make their experience better, or just slow them down?
Because we all know how frustrating it is to be held back from the good stuff. We want people clicking through to our content, not clicking away because of a splash page that missed the mark.
Couldn't have said it better myself. At the end of the day, a good website should be easy to navigate, quick to load, and focused on what really matters, the content.
Words to live by. All right, everyone, big takeaway today. Splash pages can be powerful, but only if you use them right. Think about your goals, your audience, and always prioritize that user experience. Now, that's our take, but we want to leave you with something to ponder. This article was all about websites, but what about mobile apps? Those splash screens that pop up while things load, same rules apply? Or is it a whole different ballgame? Let us know what you think. Until next time, happy designing.
Thanks for tuning in to the Business Ignite podcast, where we fuel your business growth and marketing success. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to rate and review us. It does help others find the show. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Business Ignite Podcast and share this episode with a friend. Keep the fire burning. And remember, your success is just one strategy away. Until next time, stay ignited.